Thank you for joining us on BOI Weekly, a program that showcases the impact of the financial and advisory support of the banking industry on Nigeria's industrial sector. A warm welcome to the program. I am Kumbi Aboluade. The implementation of the federal government's Presidential Grants and Loan Scheme continues nationwide. The banking industry is charged with the responsibility of executing the three funds totaling 200 billion naira. BOI continues to disburse the funds to qualified business entities across the country. The banking industry and its partners have been holding sensitization town hall meetings with stakeholders in different parts of the country, and this time as the turn of the people of Cross River State in Nigeria's South-South region.
And industry stakeholders are gathered in this hall in the city of Calabar, the Cross River State capital, to share progress and offer more sensitization on the implementation of the 200 billion naira presidential grant and loan schemes.
Wow.
Last year, the federal government of Nigeria, through the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, established the funds, with the Bank of Industry appointed as the executing agency of the 200 billion naira grant and loan scheme and vested with the responsibility for its day-to-day administration. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of BOI, Dr. Olashukbo Olusi, describes the Presidential Intervention Fund as a landmark initiative of the President Bola Tinubu administration.
This program is more than a policy directive. It is an investment in Nigeria's future, a commitment to fostering inclusive growth and economic development by unlocking the potential of our most dynamic business segments. On behalf of the Bank of Industry, I commend Mr. President for his vision, and I extend our deep appreciation to His Excellency, also to Vice President Kashim Shettima, for his leadership in driving nationwide engagement and strategic oversight of this critical intervention. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, MSME is an engine of Nigeria's economy. And here in Cross River, from the streets of Calabar to the agricultural communities in Obubra and craft markets in Iko, we see firsthand how MSMEs bring to life the local economy. They create jobs, they provide livelihoods, and they drive innovation. Nationally, MSMEs account for 96% of all businesses in Nigeria, 84% of employment, and nearly half of our GDP. But they continue to face real challenges, and access to finance being one critical one. This is why the 200 billion naira intervention seeks to address the gaps in accessing financing. So far, we have disbursed over 107 billion to almost 900,000 beneficiaries across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. And several thousands of these are indigenous and residents of Cross River State.
Dr. Olusi speaks more on the structure of the funds, which comes in 3 streams, each tailored to cater to different segments of business communities in the country.
The first is the 50 billion Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme, which is designed to support 1 million nano businesses with at least 50,000 naira grants across the 774 local governments, focusing on 6 key sectors: trade, ICT, the creatives, food services, transportation, and artisanship. The second scheme is the 75 billion MSME loan program, which is designed to support small businesses ready to scale. Under this scheme, MSMEs can access up to 5 billion naira in loans at 9% per annum, with a 3-month moratorium and a tenure of up to 3 years. The third scheme is the 75 billion manufacturing fund, which is targeted at addressing the needs of our manufacturers, who face significant challenges due to rising costs, infrastructure challenges, and supply chain disruptions. In partnership with the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, the program is offering loans of up to 1 billion to eligible manufacturers. Of course, we know that implementation of the various programs are not without hurdles. For some applicants have struggled with documentation and other issues, but we are committed to completing the disbursements of all the entire loan program before the end of this year. We will keep working with our partners to ensure that every Nigerian, including those right here across the river, can benefit from this opportunity. Let me add that beyond this FGM program, I want to assure the good people of Cross River that the Bank of Industry is committed to financing your industrialization. We are here to make a difference, and through our various programs, we will support the state government's efforts in ensuring that we deliver on the mandate.
The Special Advisor to the President on Job Creation and MSMEs, Mr. Temitola Adekunle Johnson, is confident that the funds will foster inclusive growth and sustainable development, as it reaffirms the federal government's dedication to supporting micro, small and medium enterprises.
If we recall that the highest public got then was 1 million for an SME. You will collect 1 million naira to do your business. But between the Bank of Industry MD and the minister, they were able to convince Mr. President that, sir, if we can give an SME a bit more, they might be able to do more with their businesses. So they raised the single obligor for one person to 5 million naira. What this means is that whereas you are going to the bank to go and look for 1 million naira for your business, you can now take advantage of this window for you to collect as much as 5 million naira. At that interest rate of 9%, there is nowhere in this country you will find it. Nowhere. You must take advantage of it, perseverance. You must. We must ensure that both the minister and the MD will be forced before the end of this year to go back to the president and say that they need to scale it up. We must ensure that we utilize 5 million obligor and ensure that they scale it up to the maximum. Now, I do not stand here to tell you that we are not aware from the presidency on the happenings in the SME space. We are aware that things are tough. We know that things are rough. We must understand that the president actually means well. You see, in everything, there's a gestation period for anything you conceive. This race to make sure that Nigerian SMEs live in an environment where they can wake up in the morning, run their businesses, go to a bank, and get a facility for single digits. The race to ensure that we sustain this race, we will win it.
Some of the beneficiaries of intervention funds speak on how the loan has transformed their enterprises.
2020, when COVID-19 got on, my business, I was having issue. Some business during that time have issue. That is why I went extra miles to look for a loan. And through the televisions, when I on a tele, I saw that programs, how Bank of Industry helping business people. I became so interested. And I searched where the bank is. I got there, I saw the manager. He asked me what to do. The nature of my business, block factory, block industry. The fund I get from Bank of Industry, 4.7 billion. This Bank of Industry made me proud.
A customer introduced me to Bank of Industry sometimes last year. So I just follow up. I didn't even believe it because, I'm not the type that I believe in loan and all those stuff like that. So when we started the whole process. I started with CAC and all of that. Then I follow up. The man keep encouraging me that I should follow up, that it's going to be possible. So eventually, everything worked out. I got 4,185,000 naira. That was when I got the money. And I can testify to you that the process was free and fair. Honestly, you don't have to know anybody because I don't know anybody. I'm new here. I'm from Oyo State. I'm not from Calabar. You get so. A big thanks to Bank of Industry. A big thanks to the president. and everyone behind this initiative.
The Minister of Trade and Investment reiterates the federal government's unwavering commitment to improving the ease of doing business in Nigeria, with strategic economic interventions by the President Tinubu administration that are aimed at boosting entrepreneurship nationwide.
Micro, small and medium enterprises remain the engine room of Nigeria's growth and progress. I mean, you're either talking about the seamstress in Calabar South, or you're talking about maybe the poultry farmer in Ogoja, or you're talking about the technological innovator in Ogep. All of these together remain the engine room of Nigeria's strength. We have about 45 million MSMEs in our country. Therefore, I think it's important for us to be able to appreciate the enormous strength that MSMEs keep providing to our country. So, as I conclude, let me say that the essence of this town hall is not for the sake of information. It is a call to action. It is a call to the people of Cross River to get up, to rise up, and to take action. It is a call that the people of Cross River must make themselves as competitive as the rest of the country. It is a call that MSMEs in Cross River should rise up and mobilize themselves. They should rise up and organize themselves. They should rise up and register and apply for the various loans that are available.
The Governor of Cross River State, represented by the State Commissioner for Wealth Creation, Honorable Patrick Egbede, welcomes the initiative, while also assuring that the state government, in collaboration with the government at the center, remains committed to providing a conducive environment for MSMEs to thrive.
His Excellency was here, the Vice President of Nigeria, for a groundbreaking of agro-industrial processing hub. The Honorable Minister for Works was here to do the groundbreaking of the 750-kilometer highway, the Calabar section. Why am I bringing this here? For any entrepreneurs that is growing anything, there is access now for you to take your produce out of Cross River State to any market in the world. The governor of Cross River State, we can call him Mr. MSMs, because from when we were born into Cross River State to the time we started participating in government till now, this is the first time the governor deliberately inaugurated an MSMEs council that qualified Cross River State to be a member of the National Council of MSMEs.
As the sensitization tour continues across the country, the Bank of Industry expects more entrepreneurs to check the BOI website or visit any of the bank's offices across the country to get more information on how to apply and be a part of the beneficiaries of the 200 billion naira presidential grant scheme, the MSME Intervention Fund, and the Manufacturing Sector Fund.
Still in the South-South region, precisely in Port Harcourt, let's spotlight a strategic intervention designed to further energize the MSME sector. The Bank of Industry, in partnership with the Nigeria NLNG Limited, officially rolled out the NLNG BOI 1 billion naira MSME Matching Fund and to launch the fund partner application, which is to empower business owners in the NLNG host communities in Rivers State.
It's a major milestone for both the Nigeria LNG Limited and the Bank of Industry, as both organizations partner to provide funds for entrepreneurs in the NLNG host communities.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you again for...
Officials from the Bank of Industry and the Nigeria LNG Limited, alongside some members of the company's host communities and other stakeholders, are under one roof to witness history, as both organizations are set to launch the NLNG BOI 1 billion naira MSME Matching Fund. NLNG's Community Relations Manager, Engineer Charles Ekpele, goes down memory lane on the processes that led to the redesigning of the company's microcredit and vendor schemes, which is now to be implemented under BOI's tested MSME framework.
Our journey actually began in 2019 when the need to revamp and reposition the microcredit scheme and the vendor finance scheme were identified, recognizing the evolving needs of our beneficiaries and lessons learned from previous schemes. One of the significant milestones in this journey was identifying a credible institutional partner who could bring the required financial expertise, structure, and governance to the scheme. In 2020, the Bank of Industry was identified and engaged as that strategic partner. A community facilitation team comprising representatives from the Community Relations Department, our Finance Department, the Contract and Procurement Department, and our legal teams was set up to interface with the management of BOI in a series of meetings and discussions. In September 2022, a technical committee meeting was convened to deliberate on the draft Memorandum of Understanding, and we operationalized it, and it is now known as the NLNG BOI Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Fund, which is what we're doing today.
The General Manager, External Relations at the NLNG, Dr. Sophia Horsfall, restates the company's belief in supporting and empowering its host communities.
We are here today to launch the NLNG BOI Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Scheme to provide financial support and capacity building for existing and upcoming local vendors and businesses in our host communities. This event gives me the opportunity to reaffirm NLNG's belief that the true progress is achieved when communities are empowered with the right tools, the right opportunities to thrive economically. This has consistently inspired the transformational programs which we deliver through our strategic focus on education, economic empowerment, infrastructure development, and healthcare improvement. They are indeed the 4 pillars of our corporate social responsibility approach as an organization. And now, the Memorandum of Understanding that was signed with BOI in 2023, providing that much fund platform, the company has invested a seed fund of 500 million naira, while Bank of Industry has matched funds, thereby providing a whopping pool of a total of 1 billion Nigerian naira. The partnership has also deployed a streamlined online application platform to reduce overhead costs, ensure that funds that reach those who need them most gets to them in a manner that is timely and efficient. This ensures that the scheme remains transparent, accessible, and most importantly, impactful.
Representing the MD-CEO of BOI, Dr. Olashukbo Olusi, the Executive Director, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises at the Bank of Industry, Malam Shekarau Umar, lauds the NLNG BOI 1 billion naira MSME fund as a strategic move that would help in economic development of the communities that it is designed to serve.
This is more than a strategic program, it's more than a strategic move. It is transformative, an opportunity to develop the 110 communities that this is supposed to serve. For NLNG, they've done excellently well in their field. But beyond that, they've also done excellently well in handling the communities they serve, over 110. This is a 1 billion naira matching fund between LNG and BOI. And I can tell you that we have done everything possible to make sure that this 1 billion gradually becomes 10 billion. Because we will deliver in such a way and manner that LNG will have no choice than to bring in more funds for more communities to benefit.
He expatiates on why BOI is the right development finance institution to partner with.
We are in partnership with 34 states of the Federation, and these partnerships have been defined as managed and matching funds. You are looking at over 50 billion naira that is with us that we are managing on behalf of the 34 states. We are also the owners of businesses when it comes to federal government businesses in terms of partnering to make sure that the MSMEs benefit from. We are handling the 200 billion federal government fund, and in some cases, about 60% of those funds have gone. Beyond Nigeria, it's important to note that we are also the choice bank of all the most important banks in the world. The $14.7 million that was brought in by Islamic Development Bank 2 years ago was 100% handled by us, and we got commendation for doing that. It was a business for women only, and the $14.7 million was disbursed to women in Edo, Kano, Lagos, FCT, and Gombe. So on behalf of the management board and staff of Bank of Industry, in particular the managing director, Dr. Olashipo Olusi, who is attending another meeting, we say to you, welcome to this, and we are ready to launch. But the promise is, we believe in you. We believe in LNG. We believe in this partnership, and we will unfailingly deliver. This is our goals.
Let the countdown begin. 5, 4.
It's time for the launch of the NLNG BOI MSME app called Fund Partner Application.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is unveiling and the launch of the MSME app. This app will make it easy for you to apply for loans, get funds. Let the applause be better, please. It ensures efficiency and it is user-friendly.
This partnership is in twofold. The 1 billion is going to be divided into Class A beneficiary and Class B. The Class A beneficiary will take up to 850 million. Remember, this is an initial pilot phase. They will be accessing up to 850 million out of this cake. And the Class B will be taking up to 150. Who are the Class A? The Class A beneficiary are LNG accredited vendors, contractors, suppliers, agents. They are the ones that will be benefiting as Class A. And each of them can take up to 20 million. The Class B will be enterprises, entrepreneurs that have registered businesses in all the 110 communities that LNG operates in. And their maximum obligatory limit is 10 million. The minimum, of course, is 1 million. Bank of Industry and LNG is giving you the opportunity to get a loan at 9% per annum. What that translates to is that you are getting a loan at 0.75% per month. Why did we create an app for this? Is to make it easier and faster for people to access this fund. We want a situation where you are able to apply from the comfort of your home. You are able to track. You don't need to know anybody in Bank of Industry to say, where is my application?
Today for us is a journey that has culminated in a very good thing. Today is the opening of an advancement, the opening of opportunity for the host community that work with NLNG to take advantage of what is being presented, to thrive and to advance their businesses. so that this fund will grow in leaps and bounds and present boundless opportunities for everyone that is involved in this. So I say congratulations again to everyone involved here, and I encourage all the vendors to take advantage of the opportunities that have been presented here today. Thank you very much.
Okay, congratulations, Bank of Industry, NLNG, congratulations for the successful launch of this MSME.
Just before we let you go, do remember that you can get more information on how to access the different financial products of the Bank of Industry by visiting the company's website, any of BOI offices nationwide, or the bank's social media platforms. And that's the program for this week. Thanks for being a part of it. Do join us same time next week. I am Kumbi Aboluade. Bye for now.